Here we go, the 54th country, South Africa. So from Livingstone, I took a bus via Zimbabwe to Joburg, South Africa. And unfortunately, before I board on the bus, I feel sick. Together combined with the motion sickness. So when I arrived in Joburg, I was quite weak because in the past 24 hours, I almost ate nothing because no matter what I eat or what I drink, I got to vomit. So the only thing to stop it is to eat nothing. So when I arrived at Joburg, I was so weak, but still I have another journey, which is from Joburg to South Africa. I really want to take a flight, but as a budget traveler, to take the bus is much cheaper, and it's a long distance, so it's like an overnight bus. I arrived at Joburg in the early morning, and then after that I purchased the ticket, and then I need to wait a little bit. While I was waiting in the bus station, one security guy came to me and asked me don't lay down on the bed, on the chairs. And I said, okay, I will just hanging a little bit. And then after that, he asked me if I need any help. So I just directly told him that I needed a kind of a Chinese porridge. I mean, for sure it's difficult to find in that place, but he tried to assist me. He called out to ask for information, but there's no Chinese restaurant around. So and after that, I invited him to look after my luggage. So I went to check around in the station. At first, bought some vomiting medicine, and after that, I went to the supermarket. I bought a package of the rice. And then I went to the catering area, invited the staff to cook for me, and they barely get what I was trying to explain. So, and then I told them I would pick up the porridge later. So I returned back to my seat, and then after that I feel like I needed to go to the bathroom, but the bathroom is not allowed to enter due to the cleaning in process. But I was suffering from diarrhea at that time, so I can't wait. So I just went inside, and then the lady just shouted at me. So I can't help because there's no way to stop your diarrhea. And after that I came out. I apologized and also thanked the cleaning lady from the toilet. And then I received my food. It's barely done because the staff used the cooking and the oven, and then so it's kind of cooked rice, and then I got a Chinese pickle veggie to go with it. So that gave me a little bit of salt, so which boosted me a little bit energy, and I feel much better after I ate that. But unfortunately, I vomited again on the journey from Joburg to Cape Town. So in Joburg station, I met another local lady. She was the one to bring me to another bathroom for clean up, because some bathroom is not allowed to brush your teeth. And after that, she told me she got robbed the previous night. And then I feel such a shame for her, so I gave away some of my food and water to her. But after that, I feel like I was being cheated by her, and I feel not very comfortable despite the feeling it's not very well. But still, I think she's too skinny and she needs some help in food and for somehow. So anyway. So on the last part of my overland journey from Egypt to Cape Town, so the last part was the worst because I was very weak, vomiting, motion sickness, and exhausted. So I was had tearing while I was vomiting, and I told myself, no, I'm not going to die. I haven't seen the world yet. So and eventually I arrived, and then I was doing Airbnb just because I met a friend from Taiwan in Rwanda, and then he was like doing internship in Cape Town, so he was staying in a house for Airbnb, so he accommodated me, and I met his like landlord. She's a local South African, she's half like German, half South African. So she's very welcoming. She took me to the Chinese restaurant, and then we spent some, family gathering with her family, and that was my very first time to stay on Airbnb. And after that, me and my friend went out for sightseeing, for Cape Town, for the Table Mountain, for the Cape of Good Hope, and Simon's Town to see the penguins. That was really lovely, adorable. The very first time in South Africa, I was only in Cape Town. I think Cape Town is a really lovely city, and also I went to a historical place, which is like a prison for the during the slavery time. And after that, I went to South Africa again, this time in Pretoria. So I went from Mozambique to Pretoria overland. And after that, I was doing couch surfing. My host is a local South African. He took me to a fancy house where his friend lives. It's another local South African, but they're all like white people. So we had like lovely food there, and also I cooked for my host because he was so nice, and he practically offered me to stay longer times because I was applying for the visa for Eswatini, and he also showed me some places around, and after that I got my Eswatini visa. I went to Eswatini and Lesotho, and then I came back to South Africa, and then in Pretoria again, and he hosted me again, and then I think South Africa, it's very nice because I also met like some Aboriginal people during my time in Pretoria. They were doing like some demonstration to try to get some attention from the political leaders. So actually they were camping for a few days in order to see the political leaders, like in the capital of the square. And also I met some Hong Kong people who were doing business in Pretoria, which was my very first time to see, because I saw a lot of mainland Chinese in Africa, but first time to see people from Hong Kong. So I was impressed. And I would like to go back to South Africa to see some other part, because like it's a huge country, and there's still like a difference between the white and the black in South Africa. And I enjoyed my time in South Africa, and then I hope next time I get to see the more nature about South Africa, because both like Pretoria and Cape Town, I was all based in this city. And also I don't mind seeing like some animals and some national parks and some hiking and stuff. Thank you so much for listening. And after that, the first Africa overland trip, I didn't go back to Hong Kong directly. Instead, I went to Nepal because it's just like a gateway before ending up a trip, before going home. So